Okay, Kiev, so for the first time in a number of years we make it to the third round of the FA Vase, a 3-1 win today against Roman Glass. Not quite as good of a match as Tuesday, but we got the job done. You must be delighted with that one.
Yeah, nice to make a little bit of history with Corsham. I mentioned it before the game, you know, that those things, those little accolades are nice to pick up along the way. So yeah, just delighted to get through to the next round. Probably made it a little bit tougher than we had to today. I think first half especially, we were absolutely outstanding. We've hit the bar twice, missed 2 one-on-ones, hit the post. One cleared off the line, keepers made 2 saves, and we still scored 2 from Dan Demkiff and Nath to go in at half time. And I warned the boys, just not take your foot off the gas and give them anything to get back in. And we give away a penalty after about 60 minutes, and it gives them a bit of life. I don't think really they had a proper shot on goal all game, not one. So to give them that penalty and give them a sniff, that little bit of life, was disappointing. But I always felt we were quite comfortable, and we picked off Roman Glass with the third. I think it might have been about the 75th, 78th minute, something like that, to make it 3-1, and then we saw the game out with relative ease. But on another day could have been a lot more comfortable. Different performance to the game when we were up here in the league a couple of weeks ago. Was more robust when we played against them last time. But I felt we had way more possession this time, created a lot more opportunities, and moved the ball better. And that's been really pleasing as a footballing side to start evolving as that. I think everyone knows, you know, like we can physically be on top of a lot of sides, but recently we've showed a different side to us, carving teams open and creating lots of chances. So I was delighted with the performance. Again, not up to our highest level, but 3-1 will read nice and comfortable, and could have been more on another day and in the next round of the Vase now, and look forward to the draw.
We had Ollie Pitts and Nickel Plummer out. They were cup tied today. On top of that worry for you going into this one, Sam Jepson pulls up before the start of the game with a hand injury. I know he still played the full 90, but you must have been incredibly worried going into today's game.
Yeah, I mean, I knew, obviously, signing Neeks and Pitty that they were cup tied. Obviously, didn't expect to lose Higgs. So you always felt like you had enough cover across the board, but he's decided to go and have a new challenge now. And I think, like we put out on social media channels, he's been unbelievable for us, and he'll always be welcome back at Corsham. Will go down as like a recent hero for us in the amount of goals he's scored and performances he's produced. But it's an opportunity for Bathy then to come in and start in the Vase, his first start for a couple of weeks. Led the line really well, unlucky not to get a goal. But at the moment with Callum and Dan, every single time we go forward, I think we look like we're going to create a chance or score a goal or work the keeper every single time. I've known them both a long time. Cal's in a really good goal scoring form. I think that's his 11th of the season now. And I've had Dan with me at Melksham, and I'd probably say, as long as I can remember now, he's probably in the form of his life. He's matured as a person, and he looks hungry to score, hungry to create, tracking back, working hard, looks fit and aggressive and enthusiastic, and it's great to see. And I thought those two again were probably standout performers. We were steady across the board. I thought Swanee was another real plus for us going forward and defensively. Had no change out of the winger. Again, Keatsy was tremendous at the back. Didn't lose a header. Everything he touched went into good areas, and it allowed us to get up the pitch. Jeppo was steady in goal. Chris Allen's first start for 2 or 3 weeks, and I thought he was absolutely exceptional, and lucky not to get on the score sheet with one of his free kicks or his chances. So there was loads and loads of pluses for me today. And it's one of those games, I think, in recent years, you know, when you've been on a good run for Corsham, I think sometimes you can drop below your normal standards and throw one in, and today we didn't. We looked really professional, everything we did. So yeah, I was delighted with the performance, delighted with the result, and through to the next round in the Vase.
You touched on the departure of Gary Higdon. We've spoken many times about how important he's been for you. Does he leave quite a gap in your squad? Are you going to be looking to replace him, or are you quite satisfied with who we've got?
I think on recent form, the reason that Higgs is moved on is because he's been promised guaranteed football at Westbury. I think obviously with the signing of Nickel, both Callan and Dan, we've been really strong, and then Grovesy's come back today as well, and that's great to see him back after a month or two out with injury. He looked really sharp coming on. So I think we've got really good options. You know, if someone becomes available and they're interested in coming to Corsham, it's going to strengthen the squad. I see no reason why you wouldn't go out and get that person if they fit in with our means. So yeah, I wouldn't ever rule out bringing in more strikers if we need them, more defenders if we need them. You know, we've got a really, really strong squad, and the togetherness and the team spirit is absolutely massive. And we've had lads now that have been playing together for 2 or 3 seasons, and you can see that in the style of play, how that's developing now. So I've got no issues with the selection problems that I have. It's a nice headache to have when everyone's fit. Obviously, we've got a bit of time off now before the Westfields game, and it's just important that we just keep the ball rolling. I think since Malvern now, we lost obviously down there, and since then we've gone on in only drawn against Long Levens, which should have been a win. And other than that, we've been dominant in every single game and put on some really good performances. So it's a nice run we're on. You enjoy those sort of periods whilst they last. And now I think you're going to have to turn all your attentions to the league fixture, Westfields. It's going to be a massive game for us. I think we're both in and around the same spot, 4th or 5th. So concentrate on league action now. The Vase is put to bed for a little while, and we'll make sure we're ready for that one.
And lastly, do you have a man of the match for this evening for us?
It's a tough one. I'd probably say either between Swanee, Chrissy and Dan today. I thought Chrissy was absolutely exceptional with everything he did, ran the game. Swanee will never ever get the praise he deserves, but he knows that how important he is to me, and his performance levels never go under the radar with me. I know maybe supporters might not pick him out as one to watch just because of the position that he plays. And like I said, Dan Demkiff absolutely out of this world today with the football, without the football, scored a really, really good goal, created another, and every single time he got the ball, he looked a danger, and it's the best form he's probably been in for a number of years, as I said earlier on. So between one of those three, but overall team performance was exceptional today, so we'll put it down to that.